All right, man. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How is everyone doing? Hey, man, I looked out my window this morning and saw all this snow. I said, what the heck is going on here? But hey, it's all good. It's your boy Damon. I'm here with the DK and Tree podcast. Listen, listen. Everybody knows I'm a big wrestling fan. So, you know, I just enjoy it. Man, watching Saturday night's main event last night. Oh, was it off the chain? It was off the chain. Off the chain. I mean, I enjoyed it. All I'm saying is this. If you miss John Cena's last match, then listen, go ahead and go back and look at it. But man, let me get on DC here for a second because poor y'all was ready to riot last night when he lost that match. I've never seen or heard a hush over a crowd other than one other time, and that's when the Undertaker lost to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania and everything. Good morning, Reg. How are you? Yeah. I mean, y'all was ready to riot up in DC last night. It was crazy. I saw videos they were following Gunter to the bus. F you, Gunter. It was crazy. I was like, this is crazy. But if you follow wrestling the way we do, yeah, they lose on that last one because they're passing the torch to that generation, and it's just happened. They just passed the torch. But man, DC, y'all wasn't having none of that. Y'all booed Triple H. Y'all was booing everybody last night. I was like, wow. I said, oh my goodness, it was crazy. I mean, all the locker room came out. They did a video package for him. He left his sneakers in the ring. That's just their tradition. You lose, you pass the torch, and you just keep it moving. But again, it like I said, y'all was ready to tear the house down because Cena lost. Like I said, that hush. The only other time I heard a hush like that is when the Undertaker lost at WrestleMania and Brock Lesnar beat him and broke that streak. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. Crazy. But all in all, I enjoyed the whole event because they was pushing the younger generation. They was pushing the youth. It was just great for me. For me, all the other wrestling fans out there, I don't know if it was good for y'all, but it was good for me. So my most interesting one was my boy, the ruler of NXT, Oba Femi. He getting his shine because that man's a monster. I mean, his music, he throwing his fists up in the air and he's strutting to the ring. And the intensity in his eyes last night was like, I'm not going to blow this opportunity. And he took Cody Rhodes to the woodshed last night. So Cody definitely had a problem with him last night. So it was funny. But, it was really, really a good match until Drew McIntyre started getting involved. And then which I knew was going to happen. So I told my best friend about it. But yeah, Drew McIntyre got involved, messed up the whole match, and Oba was mad. And now I said, okay, so we can see the storyline starting to develop between him. So I think probably when Stand and Deliver comes on January 6th, then Drew's probably going to cost him the title, and then they're going to start the feud. So yeah, like I said, yeah, Oba, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with coming up on the main roster. But like I said, if you went to Saturday night's main event last night, hey, listen, those tickets were a little bit out of my price range. I just wasn't gonna do it. But I would have loved to have been there. But like I said, the hush that was over the crowd when he went and lost that match, and then he tapped out. So a lot of people was upset. But I was watching a lot of videos last night. I mean, they was ready to riot in DC last night. It was crazy. So if anybody's watching that went through it, I mean, hey, let me know. But like I said, it was a little bit too steep for me as far as my price of me getting some tickets. I am happy that I did get to see John Cena. I went to SummerSlam, so that's why I got this shirt from. So I went up to SummerSlam, and me and my bestie went up there. So that's when Cena fought Cody, and Cody got the belt back. But just seeing him in that one last time, one final time, was good for me. So I was happy, I got to at least see him on his last going out on that tour. But like I said, he put up a heck of a fight against Gunther last night. And Gunther is no joke. I mean, he is no joke. But like I said, DC, y'all was ready to riot last night when Cena lost that match. But like I said, it's just patching the torch. They pass the torch to the younger generation and they keep it moving. So, like I said, yeah, let me salute Cena. Hey, that was that. Hey, he went out. He went out on his terms. He went out on his terms. But like I said, getting back to the younger generations, like I said, my boy Obafemi, oh monster. When I tell you monster, this guy is a monster. And like I said, he was strutting to the ring. He wore Cody out last night to the point that I think Cody's ear got busted open last night. So then Drew jumps in, attacks Cody, and Oba was like, "Hey, what are you doing? This is my time to shine, and you messing me up." So it was just it was a lot. So like I said, I think there's going to be a feud there. And I think Drew's going to cost Oba the title, and there's just going to be a feud. So well, we gonna see it coming. We gonna see it coming. Then you got what was it, Bailey and Sol Ruka? They was fighting last night, and that was a pretty good match and everything. Like I said, they pushing the younger generation, which is great because when you push the younger generation, at least we know, hey, look, this is what we getting. And if you keep up with NXT the way I do, yeah, it's like I said, they definitely pushing this younger generation to be out here as far as wrestling. Like I said, I've been a big wrestling fan. I'm talking about since the 80s, the old NWA days, the old UWF, all them territories and everything back then. All that wrestling back then. I love that wrestling back then. So, like I said, Saturday night's main event, it was a lot of emotion. The crowd was into it last night. And then, like I said, with Sol Ruka, she put on a performance with Bailey, ended up beating Bailey. So, like I said, I love the fact that they're pushing your younger generation because again, all the ones that we know and love, they can't wrestle forever. So they have to go ahead and retire eventually. So they gotta pass them torches to this younger generation. And it looks like the younger generation is definitely stepping up to the plate. But when we got to the tag team match for AJ Styles, Dragon Lee versus Leon Slater and Javon Evans. Oh man, the future is bright for those two. And I mean, the way they were flying around that ring and all their acrobatics. Hey, listen, it's an exciting time to be a wrestling fan out here. And like I said, I was excited just watching. I mean, they took it to AJ and Dragon Lee right off the break. They end up losing the match because AJ Styles hit that Styles clash on Leon Slater. But you can tell the passion that they have for wrestling. They was just in it. They say, look, we in it, we fighting, and it is what it is. But like I said, it was just great passion, and the crowd was into it, and you can tell they was waiting for Cena. So when Gunther came out, it was crazy, crazy when Gunther came out because they was booing him out the place. I mean, booing him out the place. Hey, yeah, they booed Gunther out of that place, but for the simple fact that Gunther was, he was, like I said, he was the villain, and you got Cena coming out, who's the baby face. Cena's the man. That place went nuts when his music hit. And, as a show of respect, Gunther got out the ring before Cena even came down the aisle. It's just show of respect. That, hey, man, I'm going to give this man his flowers. I'm going to give the man his props. And he did. And Cena, like I said, that place went nuts. Hello from Indonesia. I appreciate you listening in. Yeah, so listen, that place went nuts. And when I mean it went nuts, it went nuts. And then they got the battling, and it was a good battle. And for the not liking of our wrestling fans out there, Cena tapped out. And they were livid. Oh, Lord have mercy. Every day. Nah, I'm just jumped on for a little bit, just to talk about Saturday night's main event because I'm a big wrestling fan. So listen, like I said, it was just one of the it was that to see that man go out the way he did, to see the respect that he got from not only the locker room but the fans. It was just a great, great moment to see. The man's the GOAT. Said the last time is now. He said, "Look, I'm just stepping away from in-ring competition, but I'm still here for another 5 years." So it was really, really good to see that. Hey, he's still there. He's still hanging in there. And hey, look, listen, your time is up. His time is now. You can't see me. My time is now. It's the franchise, boy. I'm shining now. uh, oh, okay. Yeah. So listen. Like I said, I just enjoyed every bit of it. The passion that they all had. The fans. Like I said, when he lost, they were upset. I mean, a hush fell over that crowd. A hush. Like I said, I haven't heard that since he went to the Undertaker had lost to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. It was just, oh my goodness. They were upset that their hero lost. And I mean, rightfully so. Because, here's the thing. You always want your heroes to win, but again, they're passing the torch. They just say, look, this is passing the torch. Oh, and they pass the torch, and they let that new generation. They just keep going. So now that the torch is passed, he's the ultimate villain right now. So when Monday Night Raw gets in, they're probably gonna boo him out the stadium. Okay, no matter where he goes, he is a marked man because he took down Cena. And like I said, he just passed the torch. Now, leading up to that tournament that John Cena had, I thought that maybe some other people could have benefited from it other than him, because the guy's really well established. Gunther's really well established. So the man was the UK champion for like 700 something days, right? He's NXT champion, right? Intercontinental champion for 666 days. Hello. Yeah. What else? World heavyweight champion, right? The man was accomplished. I think that someone else could have used that spot better um than what he could. But hey, that's what they decided. That's what they wanted. They wanted to push him. I guess they wanted to push him really as an ultimate villain. So, but again, if you watch Saturday night's main event, I tell you what, I was up this morning again watching it again, just to look at it, because like I said, they pushing this younger talent, the youth, and for them to be on a stage like that, it's a much bigger venue with much more people, and they perform, and they got their flowers. So it was great. I really, really appreciated them. So I appreciate WWE for pushing them the way they are. So again, like I said, I enjoyed Saturday night's main event. I really, really enjoyed Saturday night's main event. Listen, if he was there, hey, it was good for you. Like I said, that was a little bit out of my price range, but I had a ball just watching, and I enjoyed watching. So again, I can't wait for Monday Night Raw to come up, because I definitely have to see all these sequels. Justin, hey, it's I definitely have to see how all this stuff is going to play out, because like I said, with that younger talent starting to now be called up to the main roster, we're gonna see how the oh my god. Like I said, I wish I could have been there last night, but it is what it is. But like I said, they were ready to riot in that place last night. I mean, riot. I appreciate you stopping by. Yeah. So with them being in DC, y'all are off the chain, okay? I mean, them fans probably came from all over, and they had their whole place decked out for Cena. Like I said, 20 plus years in the business. And you say, hey, time for me to step away. If I can't perform this high level anymore, I want to give it to someone else that is. The champions came in the ring after the tribute, and they both gave him his titles. They say it's show respect. Show respect. I appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah. It was just a show of respect. And the crowd respected it up to the point where they felt as though Triple H said, "No, you let our hero go down." But again, it's passing the torch. That's all it was. He passed the torch. He left his shoes, he left his armbands, he left all of it in the ring. He said, "Hey, I'm leaving it all here. I'm leaving it all behind." And that's what he did. He left it all behind. So again, if you didn't watch Saturday night's main event, go watch it. Like I said, the more match I was looking for was Cody Rhodes, and it started off the show. Cody Rhodes and Obafemi. Obafemi is a monster. Like I said, guy was strutting to that ring, and the fire in his eyes was like, I am taking this spot. You ain't quarterback number one. I'm going to take you down. So it was a sight. It was a sight to see. I enjoyed every bit of it. So again, I just wanted to jump on here for a little bit and just talk about that. But like I said, Cena, hey, you gave us 20 plus years, 20 plus of enjoyment that we watched you. We watched you title after title after title after title, and we appreciate it. We appreciate you. We appreciate that you can't see me. Oh, go Steelers. Oh, yeah. Okay. Hey, look, listen. I guess you missed my last live podcast about that one. But hey, look, listen, we got ripped off, but hey, I'm not crying over spilled milk. Y'all still got to finish out the rest of the season just like we do. So yeah, I appreciate the support. I appreciate the support. But like I said, if you didn't watch Saturday night's main event, go back and watch it. Go back, check it out, and you will see what I'm talking about as far as the energy in that place. But like I said, I was on X, and I was like looking at the videos afterwards, and like I said, those people were mad. They were upset. They were teed off that their hero went down. But again, he had to pass the torch, and that's understandable. When you had to pass the torch, we had to pass the torch, and it's all good. I'm not mad or upset about it. Like I said, Cena was fighting. He fought all the way to the end. But if you notice, like I said, if you looked at it, he smiled before he tapped out. He smiled, said, "Hey, look, hey, look, I'm going to give this to him." Because you all know Cena don't quit. He has a never quit attitude. But hey, he said, "My time is up, and their time is now." Ultimate show of respect, and I appreciate him. I really do. I really appreciate everything that he's done for the business and everything that he's going to keep doing behind the scenes for the business to push this younger talent, to push the new generation to say, "Hey, who's going to step up and take this opportunity like I did?" And one of the things I love more than anything, when Cena finally stepped up back in the day, it was against Kurt Angle, and Kurt Angle was right in that front row. You know, different people he had fused with were in that front row to support him. So it was just a great, great thing. All right. I appreciate you stopping in. So, but listen, like I said, I just came on because I just wanted to talk about that real fast. And like I said, if you didn't see it, please go back and watch it. Please go back and watch it because Saturday night main event was great. You will feel the energy in the place. You will feel the energy like all through there. So when you watch it, you'll see what I'm talking about. But like I said, when you get to the main event with Cena and Gunther, and you'll see, like I said, a hush fell over that place, and they was not happy. Trust me, not happy to the point where Gunther was going through the bus, and after you Gunther, the crowd was even chanting it throughout the match. After you Gunther, they wasn't happy. They weren't happy. But hey, when you are a villain, that's what you do. You work over that crowd. Hey, listen, I'm this villain. I'm going to take this. I'm the reason why he ain't here anymore. I sent him into retirement. So, just give him bragging rights. So, all right. Well, I thank each and every last one of you for coming through. I appreciate all the watches, all the comments. And even if you didn't say anything, hello to you. Because I see I got some watches. But hey, like I said, hey, hello to you and happy holidays to you. Hopefully the weather's good where you are because it's snowing here. But again, in tribute to John Cena, hey, you can't see me. But his last time was last night, and we sure did appreciate the ride. Thank you, Cena.